All right, looks like we are connected well, and the microphone's in good condition. We'll find out if this is actually working. Hey guys, welcome to Nin Post. Today's subject is the next level of their 14-point mindful action code that Stephen K. has introduced. And I think still needs to be added because it's got so much use to it. We're on, today's going to be our 3, 6, 7, and 8. Number 6, I communicate health. This is about communication with others. So I communicate. I communicate health, happiness, and peace of mind to everyone I meet. The push, excuse me, the push side, I avoid violent and unduly critical speech. So, working with this one, we want to realize that the how we speak to others is important. The message is important. The actual words that you're using, that's important. But something of greater importance is the how you do it. So things to consider when you're speaking to someone else and they are you need to get a message across. Okay, the words you say, the specific words you say, and so it's important for you to have a large enough vocabulary to say stuff other than good, great, awesome, wonderful, unique. My my English teacher wife hates the word unique because if it's unique, then that tells you nothing, gives you absolutely no description or descriptive. It's different. Same analogy. So grow your vocabulary enough to be able to use descriptive words that actually work with the kind of words that you want to include in your life. That's important. Think about how words are negative and positive and how they can, or affirmative, healthy words, not derogatory words, or they say, I avoid violent and unduly critical speech. So, violent speech, that's a thing. In today's world, the more you cuss, or swear words, the less intellectual you seem. It's just a generic understanding of the way things are now. There are other people. David Goggins, for example, I believe he is a U.S. Navy SEAL, and he has actually If you look at his most recent stuff, he's using less and less swear words. But when you saw him first start, it was every other word, which is oftentimes a military commonality. If you're in the military, if you don't learn anything else, you learn to cuss. But he's cleaned it up too because, and he's one of the very intelligent people that I'm aware of. And it doesn't matter if he cusses or not; I'll still think of him as an intelligent person. He's been working on it, and so I think of him more as a more intelligent person. But that's just one small piece. There's more to that. Think about self-talk as well. I mean, this is communication with others, but communication is communication, and if it can be applied to others, it can be applied to yourself as well. So think about this: how do you talk to yourself? Do you, when something goes good, are you actively saying, "This is good. I like this." one of the most difficult things in a healthy relationship and a healthy life, in building a healthy life, let me phrase it to that, is if we're used to not having a healthy life, then good moments where things seem easy, beneficial, helpful, blessings, for example, accomplishments, it's common and easy for most of us to say, well, yeah, but, or wait for the other shoe to drop, for example. It's hard to say, oh, this is the way things should be. To sit in the good is a phrase I've heard before. It's hard to do that sometimes. So learning to be comfortable with the good that happens in your life, that's actually one of the biggest problems most people have, is that they expect other things to happen, and you get what you expect, you get what you look for. So think about that. Number 7, I promote harmony and positive momentum to bring out the best in everyone. That's the pull. The push, I avoid causing alienation, doubt, and division among others. So when you're in a group, think about this. I promote harmony and positive momentum to bring out the best in everyone. Wow. That's a high bar for most people. For a comment for me, even when I was first coming up in this, you go back to the other one. The push on that one was I avoid violent and unduly critical speech. Well, lots of people think that duly critical speech is, you did that wrong. What are you doing? Stop. Road rage, as an example. Road rage. And I would like to submit that road rage is not duly speech. Is not speech due its time, due its moment. It's not speech that is due. DUE, as in O, and stuff like that. See, I need to grow my language because stuff like that needs to not be in my vocabulary. But if you look at, and that's from number 6, but if you look at number 7, I promote harmony and positive momentum to bring out the best in everyone. I avoid causing alienation, doubt, and division. I avoid causing alienation, division, and doubt. When you're in a group of people and you say, someone comes up with an idea and you're like, yeah, but it wouldn't work because of this. They come up with another idea. Yeah, but it wouldn't work because of that. Every time you shoot someone down, you're creating doubt. And based upon their own level of confidence, you're either creating doubt in themselves or doubt in your ability to understand what they're trying to say. And most of the time it's in them, like they don't want to be around you. If you shoot down every idea, whether you think it's good or bad, if you shoot them all down, then you feel powerful, strong. I've made decisions. That's the benefit you get, is in that moment you get to shoot that down. That's the benefit. If, on the other hand, you honestly listen, try to understand which 7 on the pull side, which promotes harmony and positive momentum. to bring out the best in everyone. So if you're honestly listening, the energy feels like you're actually pulling from them. And oftentimes when I encounter an individual, whether shy or kind of like in their shell type kind of a thing, if I think of it as an important moment to bring them out, then the listening I do comes from inside, comes from deep inside. And it's like, oh, more. This is good. This is great. More. And you start feeling that. And when you feel that as you listen to this person, they start feeling it because frequencies are contagious. I'll just leave that there. Frequencies are contagious, and so what you feel, they'll feel, and they'll pour more out. Be careful if you start doing this, because it may actually open some floodgates open, and you might not have counted for all of that. And that's okay. That's actually all right. So, but be careful with it. I avoid causing alienation, doubt, and division among others. So, among other people. When you create harmony, there is no division, alienation. There is no doubt. When you're working with a team of individuals that trust you and you trust them on a I don't want to say molecular level, but on a level that's like they don't doubt. They know that if something goes wrong, you're there, right? And that takes time to build. But make it your mission to build those types of relationships. I'm really good at the day job for that. I have to do more with my home life and such. But that's something I'm working on. And honestly, if you think that I am this wonderful wizard that lives in this weird, awesome ivory tower that you can't seem to connect with, or the other version, if you in your mind I live in this yucky swamp that is stinky and you don't really think that what I'm saying is useful. Number one, I've had this video going for a while, and if you're still here, there's something keeping you here, and it doesn't matter to me which one it is. The information is important, and if you find a use for this information, that's even more important. But recognize that everything that I say here, not just this video, but all of the Nin Posts, nurture them. Because they're all useful in some way. Otherwise, there's be no point in me doing this. And I don't do things without reason. Few people do. Last one, number 8. I encourage all to speak purposefully from the heart. This actually references one of the previous ones, 6. And I avoid the dull contentment of gossip and small talk. Small talk has its place in the world. Gossip does not. I avoid the dull contentment of gossip and small talk. Dull contentment. You don't want to dull this up. And if you gossip, if you value things that are, well, this other person did this and I didn't like the way they did that, and they're not in a good place and I don't like them, and Why I don't like them. They rub me the wrong way. They push my buttons. Blah, 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 blah. Pointless. There's no point in speaking that into the world. So be mindful of your speech. This is all about communication. This whole section is about communication. Be mindful of your speech. Use the words that you want to have in your life. Even if you're saying it about somebody else, it's in your life in that moment you say it. That's important. We'll come back to that on another part of the series, in the Sanmitsu series. But speech is vital. Speech is very important. It is the bridge connector between the things that you imagine and the real world. So it's highly important. So find the words. Look for once a week. Look for a word to incorporate into the way you speak, such that it brings out the best in you. Because if it brings out the best in you, more than likely it'll bring out the best in others too. And so if you just keep using those words, the right ones, then life's going to be a little bit better for you. And that's the point. So let's take a moment, pause for the cause. We got some green tea here today. Not the real stuff, not the traditional stuff, but the good old Arizona green tea. I like it. I love it. So, one last recap, all of them. Number 6, I communicate health, happiness, and peace of mind to everyone I meet. I avoid violent and unduly critical speech. I promote harmony and positive momentum to bring out the best in everyone. I avoid causing alienation, doubt, and division. I encourage all to speak purposefully from the heart. I avoid the dull contentment of gossip and small talk. Our next one will be 14 point, operating effectively in the world. And it is the second to the last one. So, all right. That's good. Guys, I'll catch you next time. And remember to stay wild, get lost, but never lose your way. See ya.